the countdown to face-off, presented by Castor. On a fantastic Friday evening here in the Maritimes, it's Halifax, Nova Scotia, the March to May. It's also St. Patrick's Day weekend as well. Good evening, everyone. Welcome inside the nest. I'm Pete Dalladay, along with our very own Pat Gregoire here with us. And let's get right into the players to watch, Pat. A homecoming for Austin Shanks, if you will.
He told us earlier this week that he was taking this as an approach, just another game. But we know emotions will be running really high for number 33. This is where he started his career with this organization. Some great memories inside this building, but he shifted his focus from the Maritimes to the Prairies, and what a great spark of offense he has become. 20 goals. Again, he's really quarterbacking that power play as well as a sharpshooter. 8 goals leading the way for the Rush.
All right, let's go to the other side. They did not have him in the lineup last Friday, that loss against the Toronto Rock, but Randy Stotts is back tonight.
Well, Thunderbirds fans will be happier than you at the end of the night when you finally get that donaire, because you could tell they certainly missed him against that Toronto Rock team in that loss. He can be a facilitator. He can be a sharpshooter. He can be a guy that can run around you or run through you. When the Thunderbirds need something to be calmed down or the energy to pick up, that guy right there is the guy to do it, and they'll be pleased that he's back in the lineup.
All right, let's go from Stotts to some stats, because we have a great offensive team in here and a pretty good defensive squad as well tonight.
I think both coaches and coaching staffs will have their hands full. It will be a bit of a chess match here on the East Coast, but the one I'm looking forward to the most, Pete, the third best power play going up against the second best penalty kill. It's going to be a good one.
All right, let's get a closer look here, if we will, at the starting goaltenders for tonight's lacrosse game. Frank Scigliano, wearing number 92, is going to be to our left here to start this one with that 8-3 record. Some pretty big numbers. Good in a good way for Scigliano. And down to our right, Warren Hill getting the start here tonight, wearing number 76. He's getting all set with a record of 5-3. So obviously a lot of green tonight. The Thunderbirds and their St. Patrick's Day unis, and Saskatchewan in their usual outfits, but they are green and white, and it's showtime here in Halifax. We are underway with what should be a fantastic lacrosse game tonight. History has shown these two teams play each other very well, and the Rush will win the opening draw, and they'll head in towards the Halifax zone to try and draw first blood here tonight. Zach Mans with it. Mans working one-on-one right now, gets a little bit of a screen, and now comes across to the near side, back to Mans again. A little swim move to try and get away from his check. Quick shot and a save by Warren Hill, the first stop of the game. Rebound still up for grabs, a real battle for it here, and it comes around to the near boards, and the Rush will get it back with a full 30-pack.
That's going to drive Andrew Suter absolutely nuts. 1 white jersey against 4 green ones. Somehow it's Ryan Keenan, the captain, coming up with the Lucy.
Halifax gets a bit of a break there as they get the ball back. A bounce pass ahead. Here's Ryan Terefenko. What a season he is having here for the Thunderbirds. He'll get it to Randy Stotts. Stotts takes a look, moves his way in, gets some room, drops it back towards the points here. The top for Peterson, who gets rid of the ball here. Here's a look. Peterson gets it back. He scores! Clark Peterson and the Thunderbirds draw first blood, the icebreaker to Halifax.
This is just stunning ball movement from the Thunderbirds offense. Swinging it east and west. Peterson gets it over to Robinson. Robinson, a little shake, fakes the shot. Scigliano goes completely down, completely fools him, and gets it over to Peterson, who has all the time in the world to bury that one on the back door. 1-0 Thunderbirds.
Yeah, we've seen Mike Robinson score some big goals of that big shot of his, but obviously showing right there, he can set it up with the best of them as well. So good start for the home team here as they get out to a 1-0 lead. Naso and Withers on the draw. Eventually will go to Withers, and Halifax looking to build on their lead.
Withers marked with a loss that last one. He won the clamp, won the draw. Halifax looked like they had the loose ball, but actually Saskatchewan was the one who ended up winning that loose ball battle, so we're tied 1-1 in the face-off dot. kind of a sneaky, a little bit of a storyline we'll be watching. Because the last time these two teams played, it was Withers' first game of the season, and Naso ended up having the better of them.
Yeah, that's a good one-on-one matchup to keep an eye on tonight. So far, they've split. Here's Robinson. Robinson scores! Mikey Robinson. And just like that, the Birds are out to a 2-0 lead.
The energy this rookie has provided on the left side is so infectious. We talked about his dangerous outside shot. He's going to get it over from Peterson. It's a bit of a broken play as he picks up the ball, but instead takes it down low. A breakdown, an unusual, uncharacteristic breakdown from Saskatchewan. Turns out to be a little bit of a luck of the Irish for the Thunderbirds. They take a 2-0 lead.
They get 14 for the Bridgenorth, Ontario residents. Loose ball here, and it's going to be Withers picking it up himself. Jake Withers will carry it here. Drop it into the stick right here along the near side of Thomas Hogarth. Hogarth over to Randy Stotts. Into the far corner for the captain, Cody Jamieson. Jamieson with it. He shoots. He goes high with it. Going to come all the way back into Halifax territory, and it's going to be Saskatchewan rush ball here. So they're down 2 already.
Pete, I don't know if we've got a nickname here in Halifax for Robinson, but it might have to be the party starter. That's his 7th first quarter goal. That's half his goals coming in the first frame. I don't know what it is about this guy, but he starts on time early and often. A coach is going to love that with a young player.
Here's a chance here for the Rush now to try and get one back. Jay coming in. He scores. Adam Jay. And the Rush are within 1. So Jay making no mistake going one-on-one here against Warren Hill.
What a season Jay is having. Let's not forget he was involved in that big trade. Mark Matthews going to Toronto. Zach Mann's a part of it. This guy wasn't just a throw-in, Pete. Derek Keenan, the GM, wanted to go out and grab the big body of Jay. Gets his 3rd goal of the season. And a big one to stop that mini run Halifax started the game off with.
Robinson picking up the loose ball. He's doing it all here tonight. Goal and assists. And a great loose ball there off the draw. And here comes Randy Stotts. Stotts jogging his way inside Rush territory. Still with it. Stotts gets rid of it here to the top. Gets it right back. Randy Stotts back in the lineup here. Looking to dish it off. There it is. Comes all the way back. Robinson's got room. He fires right on Cole Chiliano. Had to be sharp. Stands tall. Makes the save. What a rocket from Robinson. The ball's moved ahead, and it's going to be Hossack here. Matt Hossack will be chatting. Mackie Jenner will be chatting with the Hossack parents coming up later on. A chance right there. Stopped. Loose ball. Full 30 here for the Rush. They'll take their time setting it up here. Lots of time on the shot clock. Haley looking to set a pick up high here on the back there a little bit of Thompson, and he gets called for it.
Look to see Nungo Thompson play a little bit of O, a little bit of D, dressing just 3 lefty forwards here tonight for the Thunderbirds. No Dawson Feed, still dealing with that lower body.
Nice pass. Here's Jamieson. Scores! What a dish and a finish by the captain. And once again, the Thunderbirds are up by
2. Nungo Thompson, are you kidding me with this feed? A little 2-man game to perfection. This is why they can use him out the front door. Hard pick from Jamieson. Throws that harbor hopper down low by Chiliano, but whoop! Nungo Thompson showing off those fists, those mitts of his, not just used for bashing in his opponent's face. Those things are silky smooth, Pete.
It's early, but that could stand for the Euro connection of the game. That was beautiful to watch. And a finish by Cody Jamieson. Here's Peterson, outer front shot. Giuliano getting a piece of the Tarasenko opportunity. Peterson gets the loose ball, and he'll get it here to Jake Withers. Withers stayed out there for a bit, but now heads to the bench, and the Thunderbirds will get their offense going here. Up 3-1. Here's Jamieson again. Jamieson to Stotts. Stotts thought about shooting, hangs onto it. Now he fires one on goal. Giuliano with the save. And the loose ball picked up here by Ryan Barnable.
Well, Pete, one of the things Mike Guerzi told us earlier this week is Giuliano's having an unbelievable season. One of the ways you can get to him is getting to him early. I don't want to say they got to him early, but they have had some great shots. They need to keep firing on Cage, because once he finds his footing, he's real tough to stop.
Loose ball picked up by the Thunderbirds. Here's Colton Armstrong. Armstrong all by himself doing his best. He had 4 rush players on him. Just couldn't retrieve it, and we'll head back and play D here again, or make a change. Probably that's the best bet. He does. A little tired after that. And here's Mans. Mans coming in. Look, shoots a bouncer, goes up and out of play off the end netting with 9 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the first quarter. A good start. It is the Thunderbirds 3 and the Rush 1. Adam Jay's got one here tonight in transition, but Cody Jamieson made it jammer time to make it 3-1. We're back after this.
Well, every team has their own way of looking at the season ahead, and for the Halifax Thunderbirds, it's their rule of thirds. 18 games split into 3 6-game series. It's how they kind of stay in the moment without getting too far ahead of themselves. So their first series, they go 2-4, maybe not the way that they wanted to start the season. They dropped 3 1-goal games, but then the second series, they bounced back almost a complete 180. They go 5-1. Their defense was on fire with Warren Hill steady between the pipes. Their offense continued to build. Their transition was at its peak. Ryan Tarasenko, 20 points across those 6 games. But tonight is the start of that final stretch. And the sentiment from the team is that this is where they need to play their best lacrosse, put those full 60s together. And guys, I know that they've got plans on doing just that.
All right, thank you very much, Mackie. And don't forget Halifax, they got quite the schedule coming up. Not an easy one for the Thunderbirds, as right now they lead this one, though, off to a good start, as they'll take the ball, and it's going to be right down inside rush territory by Jake Withers. And Withers, Tarasenko into the stick, as he'll get it here for Cole Kirst. Kirst rolls towards the top before sending it over here to Robinson. Robinson again from way out, he scores! Mike Robinson all the way from Sackville. And the Thunderbirds add to their lead. You were saying about Mike Robinson?
He likes the first quarter. How about Tarasenko? A little stay in place, spin move, gets it over to Robinson, and it's that side arm ripper. His feet were planted. It's not like he's on the run. Just pulls it back, lets it loose. Scores his second of the game, 15 on the season. Not bad for the rookie out of, I would say Peterborough, but you got even more specifics.
He's living in Bridge-North, which is literally 10 minutes outside of town, but I don't want to upset anyone, especially on St. Patrick's Day weekend. It's a big Irish community out there. So here's another look. They score! Clark Peterson, CP24. Also from long distance. What a rocket.
When this offense gets swinging the ball east-west, they are so tough to stop. Peterson gets the ball. Look at all the time and space. That simply cannot happen. Clark Peterson, no doubt one of the game's most underrated facilitators. But when you give him that much time, that much space, he's gonna, no doubt, blast it by Chiliano. As Halifax takes a 5-1 lead here early in the first queue.
And a goaltending change here, so we'll see if that's just temporary, just to give Frank a bit of a breather and a reset here. Derek Keenan having a conversation with him right now. So Thomas Kajzek comes in here, Pat.
Well, Kajzek, no slouch, sporting a 2-0 record, while Frank Chiliano had to be home awaiting the birth of his firstborn child with his wife, and Kajzek still junior eligible. Young, promising goaltender, no doubt, Pete.
The young gun for sure. So it's 5-1. Halifax leading this one. Here's Randy Stotts with it. He shoots, tries to test Kajzek early. Kajzek is there for the save. Full 30 here for the Thunderbirds. Kirst moves it over to Cody Jamieson. He's got room, fakes the pass, then went towards the crease, and ball pops out. Good defensive play by the Rush. They go get the ball back. Looking to end this run here that the Thunderbirds are on. And there's the goalie switch on the run, as it's going to be a chance here now. Good look shot, diving through, trying to avoid that crease. No avail, and now here comes Colton Armstrong up the other way here. The Thunderbirds in green tonight.
Far too aggressive for Mackenzie. Clark Walter, we've seen that swim move from him before. Loves beating his defender down low. Mackenzie's got to be aware of that.
Here's Knox. Knox with a look. And a save. Rebound coming out. Reset. Kirst wants to fire. Decides better not. Gets it over to Robinson. Robinson gets it right back here. Swings it over here. Thomas Hogarth in for Randy Stotts. And Hogarth's open out front. There's the feed. There's the goal. Frame it. Name it. And hang it on the wall. A beautiful goal by the Thunderbirds. They have a half a dozen.
This is what the Thunderbirds were missing on that right side last game against Toronto. Look at the little flip feed on top of the crease. These two have such great chemistry in that two-man game. Stotts finds Hogarth knocking on the door, throws a little twister for his 22nd goal of the campaign.
Chemistry is correct, those two. You think they've been playing together for years, the way they connect. Well, a great start here by the Thunderbirds coming off that loss to Toronto. 7-5 coming into action. The Rush 10-3. As the shot goes off the post, caught some iron there on the left side. Peterson gets the loose ball over to Cody Jamieson. Now it's Mike Robinson with it. Robinson to the near side. Hogarth to Stotts again. Let's see what they do this time. There's the pass, there's the shot. Oh, what a nice save. Chiliano. Wasn't much protection out front. Saw that one all the way. And the ball now taken here by the Thunderbirds. Up 6-1.
I know Boudreau's got the green light almost any time he takes it into the offensive zone. I would have liked to see him settle this down. Allow the offense to get out and have a full 30 seconds. Feels like it's been forever since Saskatchewan has had a settled set.
Kirst over to Knox. Knox back to Kirst. Switches hands, fires it right on goal. And the loose ball here taken by Knox. What a great effort by Jason Knox.
And Pete, I don't know how many teams have really out-loose balled a team like Saskatchewan. Normally, they're like a Hoover on the turf picking up those loosies. Halifax's offense has done a really good job getting those 30 resets.
Hogarth coming in. Here's Peterson. Peterson, a bounce shot right on goal. A stop there to keep it 6-1. Pass ahead. And that's a good grab right there. Played by Holden Garland, and he lost it. Quick stick across, they score! On the back door, they bury it, and that makes it 6-2, a big one as they finally end the run here by the Halifax Thunderbirds.
It's a huge goal for the pride of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Jarrett Smith, bit of a broken play off the turnover. Mans, normally he's gonna fire this one on the run. Instead, he sees Smith on the back door for the quick stick. The defender showing off his silky mitts for a quick stick.
So Halifax's lead cut to 4. Just under 5 to go here in the first quarter. Friday night lacrosse here in the Maritimes. McClellan with a little bounce pass. He'll get it to Hossack. And Hossack gets it into the stick here of Zach Mans. Mans coming in. He works one-on-one, takes a couple of healthy whacks from Terefenko. Shot stopped by Warren Hill, then it goes off his stick. It's loose, and Graham Hossack will take it as we have a rush player down. And now we got perhaps a scrap developing, maybe not. Mike Triolo wants to get things going here, but Thompson says not for now.
Triolo not pleased, stick it up for his teammate and expected a dance with Nungo Thompson, but he might have to wait for that one.
Yeah, we'll keep our eyes on that as the Halifax Thunderbirds are off to a great start here tonight. We're back after the break. Stay with us.
Happy birthday to Eero. To celebrate 10 years, head to NLL.com/pick'em for a chance to win an Eero whole property mesh Wi-Fi system valued at over $2,000. Again, that's NLL.com/pick'em. Now, these two teams often have very heated matchups, but two players really turn up the heat when playing one another. Clark Peterson, 34 points across 6 games against Saskatchewan, and Zach Mans, 53-11, including the postseason going back to his time with Toronto. Now, Clark Peterson said he feels like he finds success because the way their defense plays. He likes to get to the middle of the floor, so when they pressure out, he can dodge and get through to his sweet spots. And for Mans, he said it's simply the team he's played the most, especially because he was with Toronto for so long. He said with that comes familiarity in their defensive tendencies, so that helps him get to know how to get to the net, find his shot, and find that often. Now, guys, we've definitely seen it from Peterson early here tonight.
Absolutely we have. There's a great goal on the far side, dunking it in. The Halifax Thunderbirds with Thomas Hogarth providing the entertainment on that one.
Some words from Priolo to the bench. He's not pleased at all, still upset. As you see, Stott skip. This is a beautiful set piece. The dunk from Hogarth, like the Boston Celtics. A beautiful set piece on the power play. This is exactly why they're the 3rd ranked in the league. They can put Hogarth in the middle. They can have Stotts at the top. They can have Clark at the top. They just are so versatile. Their bag of tricks is so deep. They showed it off right there in that last goal.
7-2 Thunderbirds as the Rush look to get one back here. The later stages of the opening quarter. Here's Keenan. Keenan with it. Moves it over to the far side. Now here's a look by Church. Can't get the twister away. Gets right into the crease. Warren Hill was right there, and here comes Terefenko. Ryan Terefenko drops it into the stick. Scooped up here by Randy Stott. Stott's coming in. Stott shoots on the run. Bit of a sidearm shot, goes off the glass. Halifax picking up the ball here with little time left. Actually get a full reset there. Robinson, Kirst comes in, decides not to shoot, and passes it off to Cody Jamieson. Jamieson here for Hogarth. That's Kirst again with it. Kirst working low one-on-one. Still with it. Moves it over to the far side for Robinson. Robinson taken hard into the boards right there by Mike Messenger. With a solid hit. Here's a chance in transition. Boudreau comes in, and a save by Warren Hill off Jake Boudreau. Big stop by the king of the hill.
And Warren Hill just saved us from unbelievable highlight. Robinson's got to be aware when Big Mike Messenger's on the turf.
He got his number for sure. Took a look at the license plate on that truck. Quick shot! Randy Stotts, as he's falling to the turf, puts it top corner. Oh my goodness. Getting escorted towards the bench. Trying to catch his breath.
The Thunderbirds are feeling themselves, and so is Randy Stotts. Takes his defender, little fadeaway change up over the shoulder of Chiliano. 10 out of 10, no notes. That is just disgusting from Stotts.
Not feeling 100%, I don't think either. So, you know, he missed last Friday, back in there. You'd never know it. Just absolute prime Randy Stotts here. Another goalie change. Isaac's back in there. So this may be a little longer this time.
Let's not forget, Pete, 8-2 right now. Saskatchewan, the last time these two teams played, erased that in the 4th quarter.
Absolutely. Here's a chance from way out. Shot blocked. Brock Haley couldn't get it through. Loose ball, though, picked up by the Rush. Haley moves it over to the far side. Another shot coming. Hill saw that one all the way. Played it well. Makes the save. Outlets it here to Jake Withers. Withers ahead, and he's going to find Tarafanko. Kind of dishes it over here for Thomas Hogarth, who flips the stick 4 or 5 times before sending it over the far side for Knox. Now Robinson will swing it to Peterson. Peterson coming in. He's got some room. He shoots. Scores. Clark Peterson. Another one for 24 in green as he gets lifted up. And it's pretty much been all Halifax so far tonight.
Saskatchewan, a very aggressive defense. They're stretched out. They are starting to get exposed in the middle of the floor. Now look, they're doing a great job of taking away the middle, but Clark Peterson's taking what they're giving him down the alley. Little fake no-looker. Puts that right on the hip of Kazak. Such a perfectly placed shot from Peterson for his hat trick. His hat trick of hat tricks this season.
Thunderbirds with a chance to get into double digits before the end of the first quarter. Here's Boudreau. Boudreau, moving it in deep. Arnold had it. He'll get it to Mans. Zach Mans. Sends it over to the far side. Shot coming and a nice save. Bit of a kick save and a beauty there from Warren Hill. Reset on the shot clock for the Rush. Penalty coming up against the Thunderbirds, so the Rush already with the extra runner here with a minute to go here in the first quarter. Trying to get within 6. Here's Keenan. Keenan to the top, down towards the crease. Lost it, they get it back. A backhand feed to the top. Keenan wants it back. Out in front, man shoots a low shot and a save by Warren Hill. But a holding call coming up, I believe.
A much-needed power play coming up here for Saskatchewan to get back into this game. It's going to be Tyson Bell.
2 minutes holding.
And Simon D'Souza with the call. You're right, partner. It is a hold. So with 43.8 seconds to go here, Saskatchewan could really use a power play marker to give them a little juice heading into this second quarter.
Starting at the point, it's Keenan. There's a shot coming. They try to bid him a floater to get it over Hill. He stayed with it, makes the save. Rebound controlled. It's Keenan. Keenan again, coming in, shoots. That got blocked, never made its way through. Withers, I think, got a piece of that. Tarafanko maybe as well. Across the crease. Pass no good. Rush trying to get it back here, and they will. Yes, Tarafanko will give the Rush here a full 30 if they need it here, but there's only 15 left in the period. Keenan at the top. Back to the left shooter position. Keenan down towards the crease. Keenan again. Far side, what a save, Warren Hill. A spectacular stop by the nest protector. Not quite a buzzer beater, and we've seen him do that before in the past, making big saves at the buzzer, but close enough. It is 9-2. Warren Hill and the Thunderbirds take the lead. 3 goals already tonight by CP24. Peterson's got the hat trick.
Welcome back inside Scotiabank Center, where the Thunderbirds have a 9-2 lead over the Rush. Now, this game could be looked at as the Hossick Bowl, as Graham and Matt are going head-to-head, and I had the opportunity to speak with their parents ahead of the matchup. Well, Jocelyn and Brad, it's a very special moment for you both, getting to watch 2 of your sons go head-to-head. Such great careers for the both of them. But Jocelyn, how proud are you of watching your 2 boys compete at the highest level?
Well, it's very, very, very proud of them both to still be able to play, doing something that they love. It's great opportunity.
And Brad, I know that you have quite the outfit breakdown when it comes to the game, so could you give the fans a little bit of an insight on the hat versus the jersey choice?
Sure. When I go to a game when they're playing each other, it's home team gets the jersey, away team gets the hat.
There we go. Well, I won't make you guys choose which team you're hoping to win. We know we just want them both to have fun, right?
We want both teams to have a great game and the best team to win.
There we go. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Maggie. Thank Jocelyn and Brad. And
That's awesome.
that is fantastic, absolutely. And we'll see who the best team is. So far, it's been Halifax to this point, but a lot of lacrosse left to go. And this one, only 1 quarter down, 3 to go. And a real good fight for the ball here, and it's going to be the Rush winning this draw, as they will enjoy a power play here to start the second quarter. Down 9-2.
With all the great players on offense for Saskatchewan, it's hard to believe they're 12th in the power play rankings of the National Lacrosse League.
Obviously 5-on-5, they've been fantastic this season. Hill, not an overly difficult save to make, but he's there to make it. Pops the ball ahead. Jake Withers in here for Terefenko. Ryan Terefenko. Killing off a little time here of the penalty to Tyson Bell. Loose ball, and Rush will pick it up. And they'll have a little time left here on this man advantage. 15 seconds.
Add another cause turnover to Matt Hossick's stat line, leading the league in the NLL coming into this game.
Pass there, Shanks demands, that just missed. And here comes a chance. Colton Armstrong coming in, decides to slow it down a little bit. Thought for a second maybe about perhaps heading towards the crease for an opportunity. Now it's Randy Stotts coming out of the far corner. Gets a pick from Kirst. Over here to the near side for Mike Robinson. Robinson off to a great start tonight. Takes the shot. That is blocked. Church got in front of that one. Passes it up towards center. Little bounce pass here to Bobby Kidd III. He comes in. He's thinking about winding up. That caught a piece of the post. And now the Thunderbirds will go down 2-on-2. Armstrong's still out there, but he's gassed at this point. He's at the end of a long shift, so he heads to the bench, and Thompson will play it here for the Thunderbirds. Ungo Thompson drops it here for Cody Jamieson. They hooked up for a great goal back in the first quarter. Peterson moves it over, gets it back here. He's trying to find it. Got caught in his gear. Now Thompson, Peterson shoots. Oh, another bullet by Clark Peterson. And that didn't miss by much.
He's feeling himself here tonight. 3 goals early on in that first quarter. Micah Kersey keeps telling him, just keep shooting the ball, keep shooting the ball. Shoot till you're hot. Well, he's hot here tonight. There's no doubt about that.
Nice save there. Getting an arm on it was Warren Hill. Keenan picking up the loose ball here for the Rush. He comes in, fakes, hangs on to it, being watched closely by Terefenko. Shoots, and another good chance by the Rush, but comes right back to the Mans. With the reset, lots of time to work with here. Austin Shanks. Shanks wants it back, he gets it. Fakes, fires, trying to go short side, misses there. And the Thunderbirds will take it.
A real nice job once again from Saskatchewan, taking away that transition.
Here's Robinson. Robinson, long pass across the floor. Peterson, Clark Peterson going in. There's the pass here for Knox. Robinson over here to Randy Stotts. And a good defensive play right there by Holden Garland, the veteran. Got the ball at a Stotts stick, which is tough to do. There's a shot, and Warren Hill down, making the save. Good stop by Warren Hill. Here's Tyson Bell, the native of St. Catharines, Ontario. Twirls the stick a couple times and shovels the ball over here to Kirst, who gets it in deep. And now along the near corner boards, it's the captain, Cody Jamieson. Jamieson heading towards the goal, takes the shot. There's the save. And the reset here for the Thunderbirds. They get the full 30 in front of a jammed Scotiabank Center here in downtown Halifax. Robinson shoots, that's blocked. Tries to get his own loose ball. He's going to get some help here, and it's picked up and sent right back here for Mike Robinson. A little twister right on net, and a stop. Thomas Kaiser.
Nice stop by Kaiser there.
Second appearance of the game. Kaiser came in briefly, and then they switched on the fly, and then Chiliano looks like for now his night might be over.
That last shift, though, Pete, I wanted to bring it up. Last couple of shifts, we're seeing the more brand of rush defense. Getting aggressive, but still having that backside help. We'll see if they can settle in here and stop the bleeding from Halifax. It was an offensive onslaught early on.
It sure was 9-2 their lead right now. It's nicely underway. Second quarter action. There's a pass over to the far side. Shot, and Hill. And he's been sharp. Shots are very close, but he has been the better of the tenders tonight as Smith runs it down here for Halifax. Trevor Smith, a name you don't hear a ton of during a game, but man, he's effective.
And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Stay-at-home defender.
Robinson passes it into the far corner. Shot over the top by Kirst. Goes too high with it, and it's going to be rush ball as they'll go down. Barnable tracks it down, but play is whistled down with a big lead here right now by the hometown Halifax Thunderbirds. Second quarter action continues. Coming up. Of the action this season, head to NLL.com/tickets and get yourself front row seats to your NLL favorite team. All of the big hits, highlight reel goals, and star-studded matchups. That's NLL.com/tickets. And speaking of getting tickets, Pat, what do you got for us?
Halifax upcoming schedule is brought to you by Hotel Planner. We know Halifax supports their team inside the nest, Pete, but they also have been going on the road as well. They're going to have to wait one more game next week against another Canadian opponent in Ottawa. They'll head down to the south for Georgia. They'll have that last game at home against Georgia and two tough games in Buffalo, in Toronto. Schedule makers not making any friends on the East Coast with that last segment of games.
No, it's a tough stretch, but a win here tonight would certainly go a long way for sure. The Rush with a win tonight can clinch their ticket, punch their ticket to the playoffs, to the postseason. But right now, down by 7, 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Cody Jamieson with it. Jamieson over here. It's Randy Stotts. Stotts shoots, he scores. Another dandy from Randy. Lofts it in there. And he's having a night.
Pete, when you open up the lacrosse encyclopedia, you flip a bunch of pages, find Randy Stotts. This is exactly what you're going to see. Vintage Randy Stotts. That little patented shovel shot. Doesn't wind it back, just a flick of the wrist, bam, in the back of the net. Second tuck of the game, 19th goal of the season. Let's not forget, this Rush team was giving up less than 10 goals a game. Thunderbirds have already hit a 10 spot. We're not even out of the first half.
Not even halfway home. All right, let's see if the Rush can respond here and start chipping away. Here's Austin Shanks, the former Thunderbird, to the top. Graham Hossack stays right with him. This ball comes over to the near side. Little bouncer, unsuccessful. As Brock Haley, the Port Hope Ontario native, couldn't get it on goal there. It was a good chance. Zach Mann's denied. Reset, so another opportunity here for the Rush. Haley with it. Haley over the far side. Comes back here. Quick shot. Shanks with a quick release. Hill getting a piece. Good loose ball here by the Rush, and they'll once again go up against what I would think would be somewhat of a tired Halifax defense at this point after the third straight reset. Here's a pass out front, shot, and a goal. What a beautiful goal that was. And they do cut the gap here, as it was finished off by Clark Walter. So anyone named Clark having a night tonight?
This is just a matter of time. So many great looks on this offensive stand, and it's a backdoor cut. Church stops on a dime, finds a streaking Walter, fake into the back of the net. That's the first 5-on-5 goal for the Rush. Their first two markers in transition. Maybe that's something that this Rush team can build on. Try to cut into this lead heading into the second half.
Withers to Thompson, who moves it in. Robinson. Randy Stotts. Stotts in here for Knox. Knox over the top. Shoots it wide on the short side. Follows the ball. Tries to get it back. He cannot. The Rush with it. They got some numbers here as they head up the floor. There's the pass. Back out in front, but broken up. Thunderbird's getting a stick on that. Good collision along the near boards, and the loose ball taken here by Johnny Pearson.
That's a great knockdown in transition, reverse transition, I should say, by Curtis Romanchuk. What an unsung hero. What a great signing this guy has been, Pete. You know, signed him at camp, brought him into camp, and he basically gave the Thunderbirds no choice but to sign him, and all he's done has been so steady all season long.
Shot, score! Cole Kirst. Highlight reel material. Yes, heave away, Halifax. Heave away as Kirst is on the board.
Cole Kirst saw a little bit of daylight, tucks the head in, and goes beast mode to the crease. Nothing finesse about this one. All heart, all grit from Cole Kirst. One of the fan favorites. He's from New Jersey, but they love him here in Halifax, Pete.
They do, and they've loved him right since day one. Came in here last year. Had to kind of wait it out a little bit. Didn't get into a lot of games, but was always smiling, always positive. And we have yet to see the best out of him, but that was pretty darn good. He's going to have a nice NLL career before it's all said and done. Ball pops out. Almost, yeah, I think someone on the Halifax bench, I believe. So the Rush head up the other way. Now down 11-3, just when you thought, well, maybe they can get on a bit of a run. Kirst ends that. Here's Church, Robert Church with a shot, stopped by Hill. Sends it all the way up to center. Good grab by Hossack. Hossack comes in, fires right on goal with a save by Kaizek. Graham Hossack trying to score one here with the parents in the crowd from Port Perry, Ontario.
Looking for a little extra allowance money, I guess, with that one, Pete.
I don't know that they're paying per goal. But a hard-working family. They got a farm there in Port Perry. Here's a chance, but play whistled down.
As long as they're not playing per cause turnover and block, or
yeah. Right?
Could be a recession in the Hossack family.
They might have to take out a loan. Here's Tyson Bell. Bell coming in, throwing out a little instruction. There's a pass across, shot, and a save by Kaizek. And Tyson Bell picks up the ball, and penalty coming up off ball. Jay kind of gave his man a bit of a shot there. Clark Peterson took one for the team. He's back up, though, and has the ball in his stick. He gets it here to Randy Stotts. Cody Jamieson with the extra attacker already out there. Here's Stotts. Stotts backhand pass. Picked up here by Hogarth. Hogarth tried to feed it through over to Robinson, but intercepted with 5:02 to go in the second. 11-3. Birds out in front of this one, and they're about to go on a power play. As the co-coach not overly happy.
On penalty number 47, 2 minutes slashing.
Giving up 11 at this point. Not like Saskatchewan by any means.
The old off-ball slash is Blair Ferguson, one of the officials here tonight with the call. Simon D'Souza, and then our crew chief, Chris Williams. Scott McMullen, the score clock operator as well.
Another one from Stotts. Just like that. That did not take long. And Randy Stotts has another one here.
Pete, I know it's early on in this lacrosse game, just in the second quarter here, but we might have to call this the Randy flu game. You talked about it. He's not feeling well, but he's looking great. Behind the back pass from Peterson, and Stotts makes no mistake, goes bar Mexico. Ping! Nasty shot from Stotts.
12-3. Thunderbirds out in front. And the draw won by Jake Withers. And Withers gets it right back quickly. Moves it in a little deeper here for Kirst. They're working off the boards. Here's Stotts looking for another one. Passes it over here to his longtime friend Cody Jamieson, who shoots in a save. Full 30 for the Thunderbirds. Here's Mike Robinson, who got off to a hot start in the first quarter. Robinson with it. Robinson trying to get it here to Hogarth. Picked off. And coming up the other way here, the rush will slow it down. Connor McClellan decided not to move too quickly on it. Get the offense out there. Down low. Good shot. They score. Little bouncer, and another one there by the looks of it by Clark Walter. Oh, Walter quietly going about a nice night here despite the deficit. That's a big one for number 9.
Second goal of the game. And this one's a slow change, and great play by Keenan. Such great lacrosse IQ. Little flip down to Walter. Walter recognizes the slide's coming. And that's just great patience by Keenan. Allow that slide to come, then dips the ball down over to Walter, who scores his second goal of the game.
Ryan Keenan, a guest recently on the Back of the Bird podcast. Pat, I know you listened to that one recently, and great interview with the boys.
Yeah, it was great stuff to hear his perspective on his career and leading this very young Rush team. He started, in the midst of that dynasty.
Boudreau with a pass, shot, big save by Hill, rebound coming out. Nets off, and a bit of a gong show there in the crease, but the horn goes, and that will take us to break. 12-4. Halifax leading Saskatchewan. Clark Walter doing what he does best right there.
The NLL is now on the ESPN app. Download the app or visit ESPN.com for the latest news, schedules, and scores. Well, the Saskatchewan Rush had a very important team meeting recently about family planning. 2 players welcomed children into the world the last 2 months. Robert Church and his wife Deborah welcomed Cooper just a few weeks ago, and then Frank Chiliano and his wife Natalie welcomed McKenna back in January. They get Church back tonight after missing the last 2 games, and talking with his teammate Zach Mans, he said they really missed his leadership out there. He brings a lot of energy. He's such a potent goal scorer, one of the best, said Mans. He's just hoping Chiliano sent over some of that dad strength to Church ahead of this one, and guys, we'll see if he has the hot hand, as Saskatchewan needs to get back into this one.
All right, great story, Mackie. Thank you so much. It's been a big year for, Jack Courier had a baby not too long ago, his wife, and there's a lot of babies born this year, Patty. I don't know what's going on, what's in the water bottles, but it's great to see all future players, I'm sure.
There's no doubt about that. We know lacrosse is such a family game.
Right, we got a father-son duo with the Rush, of course, with the Keenans, and quite a story there. Derek Keenan, one of the best of all time, just a great player. Hall of Famer, won the Rookie of the Year in the NLL. I think he was like 31 years old or something. Yeah. Incredible. As the Thunderbirds 12-4, and then he was the old Reg Dunlop. He was like player-coach for a little bit there with the Toronto Rock. He was almost 40 at that point, as we got some rough stuff happening here along the far side. Stotts, he's in there. He's having some words with Jay. Half Nelson there, but the official.
So far right now, just looks like Randy Stott's going to be the only one who goes there.
Well, maybe that's the only way to cool him down. Get him into the penalty box. You called the game last week that penalties end up hurting Halifax. They just couldn't get into a groove against the Rock.
Yeah, it was not just the abundance of penalties, Pete. It was just the timing when it felt like Halifax started to get some momentum. They take a penalty here as Blair Ferguson's just about getting ready to explain to the
Halifax
nest.
penalty number 83, 2 minutes, dead ball foul.
You can hear there the dead ball foul by Randy Stotts. So this struggling power play of the Rush going to get an opportunity here to see if they can start digging into this lead, Pete. We know they can score in bunches, although the power play has struggled this year. One person who hasn't struggled on the man advantage, Pete, Shanks. 8 goals on the man advantage this year. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, we saw him score a ton with the extra attacker here in the nest over the years. Church playing catch here at the top. Now he's going to go to the top. He takes the shot. That's off the mark. Tyson Bell tries to get there first, and now he will scoop it up. Bell looks up the floor and find an open man in Jake Withers.
If you're Saskatchewan, I know it's hard not to be frustrated, but that's a great look, Pete. They get that cross-floor pick on Keenan, frees up space for Church, and you and I know we've watched a lot of Robert Church over the years. He's not going to miss from there very often.
Rare for sure. Here is Knox with it, shorthanded. Jason Knox over the far side. Kirst switching hands, and he's got a couple guys on him, including Messenger, who's delivered a couple big hits here tonight already. And the Rush get the ball back. 2 minutes to go here in the half. 12-4. Thunderbirds leading this one, but the Rush on a power play. Plenty of time left in that. Church at the top of the man advantage. In behind the goal. Out in front, shot, that goes over the net. Good look there, but Haley couldn't get it down in time.
Again, another great look for the for the Rush. The Thunderbirds get lucky though. They're going to get actually a penalty here.
Yeah, Tyson Bell got knocked down, I believe, and was a little slow to get up. And so right now the Thunderbirds working the ball. Rush will grab it. And the play will be whistled down with just over a minute 13 to go here in the half. We'll have highlights coming up for you, and a look at what's happening, the plays of the week as well.
All right, we'll get a look here. Here's transition. That's an unfortunate bounce. I think their legs just get a little bit tied up.
Saskatchewan penalty number 15, 2 minutes holding.
We're going to actually call it a hold. I thought it would have been a trip
Maybe
there.
a trip, yeah.
Nonetheless, 2 minutes or less, about 17 seconds left on Stotts' penalty, and he's just going to slowly mosey out onto the floor as this white hot, or green hot, we should say, tonight. Power play will look to stay perfect and go 3 for 3.
Knox with it, and now Stotts comes in. He'll join the party here. Takes the ball, moves it over, comes across. Jamieson just missed the feed. Now he gets it. Jamieson looks, shoots, trying to go over the shoulder here of Kazik. Went a little too high, and the Rush get it back. They'll pop it down. Good little bounce. Hasek shoots and just missing. Matt Hasek. Now Thunderbirds setting it up here on the power play. Shot clock doesn't quite match up with the game clock. It's not far off, but they'll keep Warren Hill between the pipes. They got a 12-4 lead. Here's Randy Stotts with it. Makes his way into Clark Peterson at the top. Couple fakes by Knox. Stotts makes his way down low. Backhand feed to Jamieson. Jamieson gets knocked down. Gets up, lost the ball in the meantime, though. And it's now if the Rush want to get a shot away. Hasek can't get it in time, and the second quarter comes to an end. Pretty much all Thunderbirds in the first half, as they'll take a 12-4 lead.
Pete, electric offense, no doubt, from Halifax. 10 5-on-5 goals, but it can't be understated enough. Warren Hill absolutely standing on his head. 22 stops in the opening frame. He's been on fire. So is Clark Peterson, who's been filling the net early and often this one, and he's joined by Mackie Jenner.
Clark, you guys said you missed Randy last week, but this offense as a whole is just buzzing early in this game. What is the key to that hot start?
Well, yeah, I think you see he comes back. That's another huge piece to our chessboard, right? He creates so much. He's setting, it's not recognized, but he's one of the best pickers in the game as well. Gets everybody else open. You've seen the shots that he's hitting tonight. It's unbelievable.
Now, earlier this season when you guys played this team, had a big lead at half and fell short. How do you guys continue what you've already built to close this one out?
Yeah, we got to reset. So 0-0. Wiz is doing a great job at the faceoff X. Keep winning faceoffs, more possessions, second possessions on our offense. Those resets, controlling the game, slowing it down, play at our pace is going to, give us success.
Thank you, and good luck in the second.
Thanks, Mackie.
Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Mackie, and thank you, Clark, as we will take a break and a little halftime action coming up. The Thunderbirds and the Rush here on a Friday night, and it's all Halifax so far. Welcome back to Halifax. It's Pete Dalladay, Pat Gregoire, and Mackie Jenner. Just a fantastic day. It was nice to see a little sunshine here on the East Coast, and a lot of green as well here inside Scotia Bank Center in downtown Halifax at St. Patrick's Day weekend, and so far, so good. The Thunderbirds look good in green.
They look great in green. The offense is absolutely dialed. 12 goals, and Clark Peterson was leading the way, shooting the lights out for this group, getting his third hat trick of the season. He was absolutely dynamite. I mean, so many players, but we want to take a look at Peterson first because he was struggling to score, took the most shots of his career last game. But here tonight, he's shooting early and often, picking corners around whatever Rush goalie is in front of him from the outside and then from the inside there as well. There's been a little bit of an offensive punch or a pop or a spark, as they call him, Sparky. Clark Walter providing a bit of a spark. 5-on-5 goal, scoring the only 2 5-on-5 goals for the Rush. They're going to need a little bit more of that in the second half. They're going to want to come back. And speaking of comebacks, coming back into the lineup, Randy Stotts scoring his 4th hat-trick goal. That's just peak Randy Stotts right there. Scores a big goal and immediately throws the chirps. He's throwing everything on net. It seems like everything is finding the back of the nets. The righties have been simply superb here tonight for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, they are having a night. We, of course, are part of the righty union. Never playing a game in the league, either one of us, but we are righties, as is Mackie Jenner as well. How about the saves? We talked about this a little bit, but Warren Hill, because the shots are pretty darn close in terms of the rush, and Warren's been strong here tonight.
What a bounce back performance it's been so far. I know early on, just the first half, but he really struggled in that game against Toronto. Mike DeCourcy told us earlier this week, not his best performance, but 22 saves for Warren Hill, and they haven't been muffins. Look at that. When this defense has broken down, he has showed up huge. That's a big reason why there's such a low number on the board for the rush. This is a dynamic offense. Look at that one right there. I know he's a big body, but he moves so well. He bends like Gumby. Just so many big-time stops from Warren Hill. A real strong performance from the man they call the King of the Hill here in Halifax.
All right, let's take a look at the numbers, Pat, here in the first half. What do you got for us?
Not often we see the Saskatchewan Rush out loose ball, but 44 for the Thunderbirds. The power play has been a big difference here as well. A lot of work has to be done for Saskatchewan. A good number right there, 7 caused turnovers. Defense leads to offense. They need it in that next frame.
All right, the halftime report continues. Still to come, we got the plays of the week from week 15 and more. The Thunderbirds lead this one 12-4 here in the Maritimes. And a welcome back here to Halifax. Thunderbirds leading this one. Everyone lit up in green here inside, and there might be a few lit up later on as well in downtown Halifax as St. Patrick's Day celebrations are underway, and around the league, a big game tonight on TSN, Pat.
Chef's kiss for the schedule makers. Look at the staggered start. We got a late night game tonight, 2 afternoon games on Saturday, an evening, 2 evening games staggered on Saturday, and everyone knows my favorite thing in the world, Sunday Fun Day lacrosse. Bad weekend to be a couch beat.
Yeah, I was gonna say your couch is in for a beating, I guess, a workout. Great crowd on hand here as we take a look at the standings. And of course, as we mentioned, with a win tonight, the Rush could secure officially a spot in the postseason. We know what's going to happen, but they could have got it done here tonight and still could. Let's take a look at those standings, Pat.
Halifax sitting at that 6-5. A win here could go a long way for them chasing that elusive first home playoff game in franchise history. The unified standings, Pete, the best invention since sliced bread. Look, pretty much from 13 to all the way up to about 3. Anything can happen. Anything can, we can see so much movement in the standings. This is so good for parity, so great for the National Lacrosse League.
And what a huge game right there. Those two teams, Vancouver, Toronto, then Ottawa, Rochester tomorrow. A lot on the line. Hey, I'll tell you what, week 15 saw a standings shake up in the National Lacrosse League, and it brought us along some of the best plays we've seen all season long. Here are the top 5 plays from week 15.
Underneath, Q trying to get open. McIntosh tries to dunk it. He does. Jordan McIntosh.
Jordan McIntosh not afraid to shoot the ball. I don't know how many times I've seen him dunk. He does a great job of extending.
Matt Vince, perhaps having his best year yet. Here's Bird, scores!
Are you kidding me? Behind the back feed, Airburn takes flight.
Now a triple team comes small to the turf.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness. Tom Schreiber, you are a sick individual. Schreiberian, as they say.
He had a man on his back and still able to get that all the way around.
He flips over. In front. Dixon scores! Make it 5!
Jaw, meat floor. Defender draped all over him. No problem. A one-handed beauty.
Got one more inside to Weir, loose ball. Schreiber, backhand bouncer, scores. You are a sick man, Tom Schreiber.
Yeah, my phone was ringing, Ted. I'm sorry, SportsCenter was calling because they want that on their highlight package. My goodness, Tom Schreiber.
All set to go here for the third quarter. Second half action with the Thunderbirds leading this one 12-4. Great start, but we'll see what the Rush can do here with half a game left. Jake Withers on the draw, wins it pretty cleanly and sends it back here for Hasek.
Well, I'm sure there are a ton of folks back in Saskatchewan maybe missed the first half because they were still working. Definitely not the way they want to start their Friday night, but we know this team can eliminate leads quick. It has to start here with killing off this penalty, Pete.
Yeah, some time left on the power play here for the Thunderbirds. Peterson backhand feed. Randy Stott shoots right on goal. And a save as looks like Chiliano's back in there again.
A little bit about the third time with the goaltenders here tonight, but you know,
I like that move. Start fresh.
Hey, he's your guy. He's your guy. He's got you here to this point. I said it before the game. Maybe he was a bit of a broadcaster's jinx, but clubhouse leader right now.
Man's going to the crease. Lost it just at the last second. And a good defensive play here. Thunderbirds get it back.
Thunderbirds have to be aware when Zach Mans has the ball. Doesn't matter if they're a man down, man up, 5-on-5. Zach Mans can use his athleticism to burn you.
Thomas Hogarth to Randy Stotts. He'll get it down for Knox. Knox one-handed pass out in front. A little bit of a hole there. Thunderbirds, as a result, unable to get the ball. It was Robinson trying to get it. Kirst hustles back here, and then he'll head to the bench. Cole Kirst. I think I saw about 5 or 6 of these jerseys that are for sale. These fantastic St. Patrick's Day jerseys with Kirst on them. As you mentioned, quickly has become a fan favorite here in Halifax. And the Thunderbirds will get the ball back. Up 12-4. Clark Peterson quickly into Terefenko. Back to Peterson. Now it's going to be Robinson moving it in. Sets a little pick for Jamieson. Jamieson hanging on to it. Cody Jamieson still with it. Backhand feed. He'll get it to Peterson. Peterson double team. Somebody's got to be open. That is Jamieson scored. From a tough angle, too, for him. The lefty buries it. Captain Halifax has another one here tonight.
Pete, you say tough angle. Cody Jamieson says just another day at the office. How many times over his career, his 14-year career, have we seen him score from the wrong side of the floor? Peterson finds Jamieson, who finds space, finds a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Jamieson scores his first goal of the game.
Just an overall great play by Jamieson to hang on to it, protected. The little flip pass to Peterson, gets it back, buries it, and it's 13-4 for Halifax. And a big hit there by Jake Withers. He lost his stick, so he had no other choice but try to deliver an old school body check. Here's Mans. Zach Mans sends it over. There's a pass. A shot goes high. Mans follows the ball and picks it up. Another pass. Churchin shoots. Bit of a twister, and that goes wide. Only a couple seconds on the shot clock, and they're going to run out of time as McClellan got it but couldn't get the shot away. Terefenko to play it. He'll quickly get it up center floor. He's got Kirst with him. Drops him the ball. And Cole Kirst will play. Kirst moves it in for Randy Stotts. Stotts with Kirst heading to the crease. Stotts hangs on to it. One hand on his stick. Turns. And illegal pick there. And it's going to be maybe even a penalty coming up here. We got 2 of the 3 officials with their arms up. Someone's getting the gate.
It's going to be Randy Stotts. Another dead ball foul, I believe. As he accidentally on purpose bumped into Boudreau. We'll send it down to the turf. They'll have to call
number 83, 2 minutes, delay of game.
All right, delay of game, no dead ball foul. Nonetheless, Randy Stott's going to sit down for his second penalty of the game.
Great look at the crowd here inside the nest. Back to back. Well, 3 in a row.
Back to back to back, yeah.
Back to back. Home games for Halifax. Friday night lacrosse. Gotta love it. Lots of great games ahead, too, as we saw on the schedule this weekend. Keenan at the top of this power play. Intercepted by Smith, and Tyson Bell sneaks in there, scoops it up, a little bounce pass to Smith, goes off the top of his head, and then he gets hit pretty good. And here come the Rush with a little 3-on-2 quickly. They'll slow it down. Working on the power play. Mans to the top for Keenan. Over to Church across. Off the boards. Mans will take it. Over the far side. Church with a shot and a save by Warren Hill. Right down the middle. He's going to find Smith. Trying to go coast to coast. Smith winds up, shoots, he scores! Trevor Smith, a shorty for the Thunderbirds.
As if the Thunderbirds needed more energy, they get the ultimate juice goal. Short-handed marker from their stay-at-home defender, an absolute laser through the wickets of Frank Scigliano. You said it earlier, Pete, we don't say Trevor Smith all too often because he's playing sound defensive lacrosse, but he shoves us in a locker with that beautiful goal.
That's okay. Trevor Smith doesn't score often, but when he does, they're pretty nice goals like that one right there. Short-handed marker. Good news for the Rush is they give one up there, but they got a little time to get it back here on the power play. A minute left in the penalty to Randy Stotts, and they get possession here off this draw as they make their way in. As Boudreau comes in. Boudreau, big cricket player, Patty, you tell me.
Yeah, played high school cricket for David Suzuki High School in Brampton. Was the captain of his team.
Backhand pass, underhand shot. Warren Hill with a nice save. Rebound gobbled up here by the Thunderbirds, up 14-4. There's Graham Hossack. Third brother at home. A shout out to the third Hossack brother. Not a lacrosse player. There's two of the three. Someone's got to hold down the fort back in Port Perry. Here's Robinson. Robinson cursed. Loose ball right on the carpet, and it will be taken here by the Rush. Not a lot of time left. Randy Stotts is about to be released from the sin bin. He's out for the second time tonight. Comes back, heads to the bench. A little 5-on-5 lacrosse again. Pass. Running out of room right there was Triolo. Now he finds a backhander. Keenan with a chance there. Ryan Keenan got the shot away, didn't miss by a whole lot. As the Thunderbirds go into the break, up by 10 on the third goal of the season by Trevor Smith, a short-handed marker.
NLL Plus is here, and it's free. The league's new streaming service offers fans around the world access to live games, full game replays, highlights, and exclusive content. Sign up today at NLLplus.com. Now, it's a big night for Austin Shanks as he's making his return to Halifax and signing with the Rush during the offseason. It may not be the night Shanks was hoping for, but he certainly had some massive nights here in Halifax during his time with the Thunderbirds. 55 games played, 252 points. He truly knew how to get things rocking inside the nest. As Pat mentioned off the top, he tried to just take this one as another game. He knows he can feel early on in the game if his shot is not falling, that's okay. He's going to be a playmaker and enter that facilitator role. So guys, as they have this opportunity here, we'll have to see if that follows true.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. Thank you, Mackie. Yeah, he scored some big goals, including that one we saw on Military Night back in Season 1 here in Halifax. What was that, his fifth of the night that time?
Fifth, and sent this game to overtime. I think that was like the exclamation mark on the Thunderbirds arriving. They lost, but they got a standing ovation. It was an all-time classic. Mackie brings up a great point. Last year, Shanks really developed into a facilitator with the Thunderbirds. A career-high 62 helpers. Finished off with 85 points, which was a career high as well. A big reason why Derek Keenan went out and grabbed him free agency. Yes, also, he coached him in about a billion minor and junior lacrosse games as well.
Yeah, there's a few players here for sure from the Oshawa Whitby Clarington, Curtis area in Ontario, where Derek Keenan has coached a ton, played a ton, of course, and has just coached that one age group all the way up, including his son Ryan Keenan, who had the ball there for a second. Backhand pass out in front, little bouncer, and they're going to wave it off. Ryan Keenan telling Back of the Bird on the podcast how he went out this year so he didn't have to negotiate with the general manager, aka his father, on his latest contract, and actually got the services of an agent this time just to make it a little easier.
I mean, I don't blame him. He has taken advantage. Oh my goodness!
What a rocket, Cole Kirst. Top corner. Kirst has got another one. Wow, what a shot by the sophomore.
He's got north of the border grit, but south of the border skills. The American, the pride of New Jersey, goes high to high, stings that right-hand corner, switches hands, an absolute beauty on the run. Kirst gets a shorty for his second of the game. Oh my goodness.
One right-handed, one left. Mixing it up, Cole Kirst. Doing an Eric Fennell impression there. Fennell scored an overtime goal here back in his Thunderbirds day on the switch.
I've seen Tom Schreiber do that shorthanded so often. I really think with these Americans coming inside the box game, we're going to see that much more often.
Bouncer goes in past Hill, and just like that, the rush reply. They needed that one, and they need a few more, but that's a good start here by Saskatchewan to come right back after the Kirst goal, get one of their own. And was that the Brockett ship that bounced that one past Hill?
Well, see, it's here actually. Church, as it's just a bouncer through the wickets of Warren Hill. They call him bar down Bobby out in the prairies. No bar down there, but still a goal scorer's goal, a casual 21 goals for Robert Church. Consistently one of the best goal scorers in this generation.
So it makes it a 15-5 lacrosse game. Withers doing his best here to grab this one, but Naso doing what he can to try and take it away, and they continue to fight for the ball, and eventually scooped up here by the Rush as they try and get on a run here. They haven't been able to get on a roll. Hossack passes it off, and he'll get it here to Keenan. Keenan across, quick shot, stopped by Hill. Rebound controlled by Colton Armstrong. Armstrong ahead, Terefenko has to play it off the boards. He walks right in, he shoots, and a nice stop there by Chiliano. His second, maybe officially third appearance of the game. Started, went off after not a great start, came back in, and then back in there again. Here's Mans. Mans being watched by Graham. Hossack gets away from him, which is a smart move. Takes the shot, goes wide, comes all the way back towards center floor where Brock Haley is, and couldn't keep it on the Halifax side. Pass out in front, here's a chance. Oh, and a good look and a nice save by Chiliano. Off Pearson that time. Johnny Pearson trying to get it on the offense.
Nice feed from Nungo Thompson, seeing eyeball.
Boudreau drops it in.
Triolo and Nungo Thompson getting tied up here.
We'll keep our eyes on them. Here's a shot from way out, got blocked, ends up here in the near corner. Just over 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Thunderbirds up by 10. As Withers makes a nice little feed over here to Terefenko. Terefenko slowing it down and gets it over to Knox. Knox a bounce pass. Thomas Hogarth with it. Here's Randy Stotts now. Stotts coming in. Stotts stops. Gets it back here. Shot. Chiliano with the save off Knox. And the Rush will head up the floor. Garland with it. He's is going to fire away here. Tries to fool Hill with a bit of an off-speed pitch and a nice grab by a fan there in section 32 over there in the third row. Good stop. Ball played here. The Rush get the full 30. Trying to get back into this game here. Here's a chance for Mans. Mans stays with it, takes the shot. Warren Hill with the save. He has faced 34 shots so far here tonight. Trying to get back in the win column after a loss last Friday night against the Toronto Rock, where the Rock scored, what, 4 highlight reel goals at least, Pat? You and Teddy call. Here's a chance for Peterson. Over to Cody Jamieson. Jamieson loses it, doing his best to get it back. It's tripped up a little bit. And here's Hasek. Hasek passes it ahead to Jay. Jay shoots, and he scores. Another transition goal right there by Adam Jay.
Third goal in transition for the Rush as they keep chipping away at this lead here. Jay gets his second of the game, and it's a mirror image marker from the first one he buried. Graham Hasek forces that turnover. Surprise, surprise. Matt Hasek, I should say, gets it up to Jay, who doesn't do anything here but just a nice shot right by the hip. If it's not broken, don't fix it, Pete.
Draw one here by the Thunderbirds. Arafenko getting away from his man and gets the ball here to Thomas Hogarth, the Lakefield, Ontario native. Cradling the ball as he looks to find an open man. Hanging on to it for now. One hand on a stick, drops it here. Stotts pumps a couple times. Shot tries to fool Chiliano, goes wide, and the Rush have it. Double teaming though, Knox and Stotts trying to get that ball loose. They do, but the Rush will pick it up. Boudreau coming in. There's the pass, there's the shot, getting a pieces Hill. And that goes up and out of play, almost in the exact same spot as the last souvenir ball that went into the crowd and was nicely just handed over. Yeah, she's got a souvenir, and look at this. What am I gonna do with it? How about the Superman fan beside you? There we go. NLL Box Outs with Mackey and Coop. It's the league's new podcast, your home for player interviews, expert analysis, and all things NLL. Twice a week on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. They're doing a great job.
Well, while you're in the car listening to Mackey and Coop, you're going to a Rush game, and Saskatchewan's upcoming schedule is brought to you by Hotel Planner. They'll be back at home against their longtime rival, Colorado, on March 29th. They'll also host Calgary as well. Then they'll head on out to Colorado before wrapping up the season on March 19th against the Ottawa Black Bears, Pete.
Yeah, their schedule's not any easier, really, than Halifax down the stretch. Both have some tough games ahead of them. Gotta love it. The march to May. Here comes Jake Withers. One hand on the stick. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me? Jake Withers. Who are you gonna call? Sports Center, that's who. That's why they call him the Wiz. That was magic.
Individual effort personified from Jake Withers. Get off me! As he takes it to the rack, a twister, and says to the Thunderbirds faithful here in the nest, are you not entertained?
What a goal by Jake Withers, who scored the very first goal here in Halifax history, if you will. Only about 10 seconds in on opening night back in 2019, and it was nice, but it wasn't that nice. That makes it 16-6.
Pete, the most goals Saskatchewan's given up all year is 13. They did it in a win against Albany, and then again a win on the road against Calgary. This is very uncharacteristic from this defensive juggernaut in the rush.
Very much so. Hasek got the ball up. Oh, big hit there. Maybe a slight high hit shot, and Hill with the save. Warren Hill. Talk about the offense, but again, can't stress enough. Warren Hill has faced almost the exact same amount of shots. Shots are 36-35, but he has been spectacular tonight. Good rebound game for Warren as the Thunderbirds have it. Up by 10 once again. Cole Kirst looking for an open man. Says, can't find anybody on the shoot. Left-handed again. And there's the shot on goal. Giuliano with a save. Knocks on the rebound. Full 30 and a power play. Nope, not a power play. Sorry. Thought maybe there was a penalty being called.
I think Warren Hill thought so too. He started running to the bench.
That's what threw me off.
3 under the bus.
Here's Knox. Well, if anyone's going to throw me under the bus, Warren, that's okay. Warren's a nice guy. One of the nice guys. They're all nice guys, but he's certainly a friendly fella for sure.
He can't tell if his team's up 10 or down 10. Always got a smile on his face. He's laser focused, but still just loves playing the game of lacrosse.
Big rebound up in the air, and Halifax will take it. Here's Terefenko. Scary Terry, as they call him. There's the pass. A give and go. Terefenko, couple fakes, shoots, goes low, and just misses.
I think one of the rush players actually blocked that.
Wow. Messenger getting the ball in, and he's got Johnny Pearson to deal with, so he unloads it. And it's going to be played here by Clark Walter, who's had himself a pretty strong night tonight. But his team is down 16-6 in the later stages now of this third quarter. Colton Armstrong with it. Armstrong for Thomas Hogarth. Hogarth in here for Randy Stotts. Stotts gets a pick from Kirst. Rolls off the check. One-handed feed attempted as he tried to move it over for Hogarth. Goes off the glass. Knox tracks the ball down. 2 seconds left. They're going to run out of time on the shot clock. Jamison grabs it, but not in time to get a shot away.
Man, Hasek and Boudreau are just doing everything in their power to keep their team in this one. Boudreau knocks one down on the crease. Hasek with a great cause turnover. These two guys, man, they're going to be stalwarts for this rush group going forward for a long time.
Good play by Hasek. Can he grab it? Tyson Bell trying to help him out now. Graham Hasek gets it as he moves it over here to Terefenko.
Good play by Hasek. We should just record you saying that, and we can play it either time. Each team has the ball because the brothers are balling out here tonight, Pete.
Just fantastic, the brother combo, and who knows, maybe down the road they'll get a chance to play on the same team here. As shot right on goal, and Giuliano with a save. Here's an opportunity for Hasek. Hasek comes in, shoots, and Graham. Or not Graham Hasek, but Matt Hasek denied by Warren Hill. Another big save by Hill. He is dialed in tonight between those pipes. Shot from way out and makes a save there. Why not? Add one more to it. Warren Hill with 32 saves here so far in this one. Everyone's wearing green tonight for the most part. St. Patrick's Day weekend here in Halifax. Jake Weathers saying hello. How'd you like that one?
Well, we've talked all year about the impact that Mike Robinson has had on the Thunderbirds offense in terms of his point production, but a stat line that's so intriguing is his loose balls. He came in tonight with 64, which many of those are coming from offensive zone repossessions. Talking to his teammate Clark Peterson, he said that as someone with such a high IQ when it comes to shooting, he has such a knack for knowing where the ball might bounce to get a rebound and get a reset for this offense. He actually compared him to Connor Fields in the way that their first step after a shot is going towards the goal to get that loose ball. It's a big compliment for the rookie, and it's certainly a big bolster for this offense that, guys, seems to be firing on all cylinders.
All right, thank you, Mackie. Appreciate that. Some great stories coming from Mackie Jenner, as always.
I think adding a guy like Robinson was exactly what the doctor ordered for this Thunderbirds offense on that left side. Is You know, they got a lot of big bodies, some beef up there with guys like Feed. They add Knox in the dispersal draft. You have Cody Jamieson, Bo Hunter. Now you get a little speed, a little dynamic to that left side. It's been so good.
Yeah, they had to replace some goals with Ryan Benesch heading out, and here's a chance now for Graham Hossack. Hossack loses it, tries to get it back, but it's taken away, and the Rush get the ball back. Played here by Bobby Kidd III. One of the great handles in the National Lacrosse League.
All-team name team for sure.
All right, here's Walter. Walter moves it over. Played here now by Brock Haley. Haley, nice pass, shot, and a quick stick. Keaton scores. Ryan Keaton. Didn't have the ball for long, didn't need it for long. He buries it. The captain is on the board here.
Two different generations of Whitby Warrior Junior A lacrosse, but the chemistry is clearly there. As Haley, you see the Thunderbirds have to respect that deadly outside shot. Instead, it's a skip pass to the crease and in and out of the stick with a blink of an eye. Keenan gets to the back of the net. That's exactly the start Saskatchewan's looking for.
Well, that makes it a 16-7 game with 14:09 to go. And in the lacrosse world, of course, that's a ton of time. But the Rush need to get going here on a run. Need to build off that. So far, so good. As they win the draw, and they'll get it right down inside Halifax territory. They make their way in. Keenan pass out in front. Oh, stopped there by Hill. What a pass. Smith looking to track it down here. Smith gets past this check. He goes in, shoots, and Chiliano's down and makes a save. Frank the Tank coming up big with a stop there. What a play by Smith to sort of dodge his check.
Yeah, I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but hey, it worked. It looked real nice. Elusive is Smith.
Slippery, that kid. A shot on goal. That is stopped by Hill. Hill moves it up. And here's Tarafankel coming in. Winds up. Pass. The Stotts. Back to Tarafankel. Shoots, and Chiliano. Another big stop. So, you know, he's kind of found his groove now. A couple big saves there.
A couple of huge stops from Prison Frank, as they call him. The prisoner is on his best behavior in the fourth quarter, though.
Church with it. Here's Robert Church. His pass, Bell takes the shot, got blocked. Bell sort of kicks it ahead, and it's taken here by Hossack. Graham Hossack feeling the need for speed, shoots, and then tried to kind of softly put it up over Chiliano.
That goes right off the butt end of Chiliano's long goalie stick there. Saskatchewan's got to do a better job. They did so well for about 3 quarters of taking away the transition game from Halifax. Now a couple of chances there. They need to tighten that up. I know you got to push for offense, but you got to be more floor aware.
Shanks with it. Shanks heading towards the crease. Got sort of twisted around, couldn't get it away. Armstrong stayed with him. Here's Smith with it. Smith up here to Thompson. On go Thompson. Passes it off to Jason Knox. Knox waiting for a little pick thrown by Cody Jamieson. Over here, Randy Stotts with it. Stotts makes his way towards the crease. Comes back in, tries another bit of a floater shot there. Chiliano with the save. Here's Jay looking for another one in transition. Jay comes in, shoots, and getting a piece with the goal stick at that end was Warren Hill. Then a big collision right at the center floor. Barnable lowering the boom.
Barnable about half the size of McKenzie. But the RIT grad lays the boom. That's a massive hit.
Stotts shoots. Chiliano in a zone now, making the save. Barnable coming in. Played by Jarrett Smith. Passes it off, and here's Triolo. Couple nifty moves, good footwork. There's a pass out in front. Church denied by Warren Hill. What a chance there. Great look, but Hill took it away. Here's Thompson. Thompson coming in. The swim move, protects it. Gets it to Knox. Knox moves it over to the far side. It's played there by Hogarth. Hogarth goes to the goal, and then it goes off the crossbar, and Shiliano will play it. Looks up the floor. And that's going to be probably Halifax with a chance to get it right back here. They will. It's taken here by Johnny Pearson, sporting the great orange shoes here in this one. Up to Randy Stotts with a bouncer. That goes wide. There's a chance. Messenger across to Keenan. Keenan looking back to Messenger. Couldn't grab it. Now he does. Swings it over. Out in front. And a good defensive play there by Smith. Trevor Smith doing it all tonight. Defense, offense, chipping in where he is needed. 10-10 to go here in the fourth. It's going to be Robinson. Mike Robinson shooting. He scores! Another one for Mike Robinson. The kid is hot tonight. I know Loverboy wasn't in town last night. It was Our Lady Peace, but the rookie's having a night.
Coming across the top, Robinson sees that he can get topside on his defender. Gets over the top, shoots through a couple of green and white shirts, uses them as a screen. You said OLP was in town last night. Well, Superman is not dead. Mike Robinson with some superhuman highlights tonight.
Nicely played, my friend. Nicely played. I thought that may be a little clumsy, but you held your own there. And for our maybe some of our American friends, Our Lady Peace, a great Canadian rock band. Loverboy once was as well, by the way. But great show here last night and a great show here tonight for the Thunderbirds fans.
You're right, I am not innocent.
That's it. We're not. It is over. Here's Robinson shooting, looking for another one. A delayed call here. Halifax already up 17-7, looking for more here. But just over 9 minutes to go. Randy Stotts playing catch here with Clark Peterson. Hogarth, Stotts, Peterson, Robinson, the captain. It's Cody Jamieson. Shot right on goal. Seemed like they had about 40 seconds to work with. There was a lot of movement there in 25 seconds of time. 9:01 to go in the fourth. Jimmy Quinlan not a happy camper here at this particular point. We're back to Halifax after this. Welcome back to Halifax. All Thunderbirds pretty much so far here tonight, Pat.
And frustrations boiling over for the Thunderbirds as Adam Jay sticks out the leg, takes down Clark Peterson. Lucky it maybe wasn't called a penalty shot. I don't know if it's quite clear enough of a breakaway, but this oh so deadly power play going to get to work. They're 2 for 3 tonight. We'll see them get to work. They've been such a joy to watch spin the biscuit around.
Right now it's Randy Stotts to Cody Jamieson. He shuffles over here, gets it back to Stotts. Stotts to Jamieson. He's got a look here, fires. Never made its way past Shiliano, and it's going to be rush ball here, short-handed with Jay in the box. Boudreau coming in and passes it off here, and it's going to be Hossack. Hossack over to the far side.
Pete down 10. You got to take it to the net. I think coming out of that commercial break, they probably drew something out on the offensive ball, try to get something going here.
And there's the play there, and Triolo tried to thread it through to Keenan, could not connect with him. It's going to be played here by Thompson. Thompson coming in. Moves it over towards the far boards.
17 goals against here tonight, Pete, for the Rush. That's more than they've given up the last 2 games combined. 14. Gave up 7 and 7.
Pass, quick stick. Jamieson deny. Yeah, that's an incredible stat for sure. Just couldn't stop the Halifax offense here tonight. 17 on the board and just under 8 to go here in regulation. As the Thunderbirds try and rebound after a loss last Friday to the Toronto Rock here at home. Here's a shot from way out. That got blocked out in front by Pearson. Comes all the way back, shot down low, and Warren Hill down, making the save. With a little power play time left here for the Thunderbirds.
34 stops now for Hill. Can't forget about Warren Hill. The bounce back after a very shaky game, gets pulled, but bounce back here tonight with a fantastic performance at home.
And he Stotts with the ball, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Stotts, Hogarth cut out in front. Stotts hangs on to it. Now we get to the Peterson, to Knox, back to Peterson, across, shot coming, and Robinson looking to add to his totals. Here come the rush up the other way. They got some numbers. Here's a chance at Hill coming up. Gets a shoulder on that one. Warren Hill. Another stop as Tyson Bell will take it in. The veteran bounces it across before getting over to the bench, and the offense comes out. Knox to play. Jason Knox. We'll get it over to the far side. Kirst having a big night tonight as well. Wants another one. Bounce shot on the short side. Jay tried to pick up the loose ball, but it comes to Thomas Hogarth. And Hogarth with a one-handed shot at Chiliano. Not the move to make that save. Wasn't as easy as perhaps it looks. Hogarth got some heat on that one-hander. Here's Church. Robert Church goes in towards the corner. Mans couldn't grab it. And the Halifax Thunderbirds just kind of dump it down towards the rush zone.
Yeah, I think Pearson's trying to find Smith there. Just put a little too much mustard on that one.
There's a shot and a goal by Austin Shanks. So the former Thunderbird gets on the board. It could be too little, too late at this point, but Austin Shanks makes it a 17-8 lacrosse game.
5th shot on goal this game. Shanks finally gets rewarded with a goal. Maybe it can spark a miraculous comeback. This just goes to show you Shanks a shot smoother than the first sip of an Irish stout. 21st goal of the season.
Yeah, Shanks told us last year he's got some Irish heritage in the family
yes,
as well. I think on his mom's side there. So a big goal here for Shanks in his return to the nest. Withers. It's a couple taps there. Healthy wax. Protects it along the far glass. Scoring a highlight reel goal earlier back in the 3rd quarter. Just killing some time. Jake Withers. Great battles tonight with Jake Naso. After all that, the rush with the ball, just over 5 minutes to go here in the 4th. Shot coming, blocked. Armstrong got in front of that one. As well in there too, playing some tight D. Carter McKenzie. Bell without a stick, just kind of protects it here. And it's going to be Halifax ball. So the Thunderbirds with a very healthy 17-8 lead here, just under 5 minutes to go as Ryan Terefenko and the Thunderbirds will take a break. We're back to Halifax coming up in moments. It is time for the assist of the game, brought to you by Aero, and no doubt about this one, Pat.
I feel bad for our producer, Jackson Farrell, because he has a lot to choose from. This one is a beauty, though. Behind the back feed from Nungo Thompson finds Cody Jamieson, who has all that daylight, throws that harbor hopper by the foot of Frank Chiliano. It's been a busy night for this offense. By my account, 12 5-on-5 settled goals for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a longer shoot around today to work on a few things, and it's paying off for sure here tonight. Cody Jamieson, by the way, as we take a look, closing in on a bit of a milestone perhaps before the end of the year. He's certainly chipping away tonight at getting to 1,000. I think he was, what, 21 points maybe away from that coming in. So keep our eyes on that over the final 5 games of the season here for Halifax. Here's Clark Peterson finding some room. Robinson again, no, off the iron. That close. And here's Randy Stotts with it. Stotts to Peterson, over to Robinson. Robinson gets it right back. Jameson creates a little room for him. Now it's Peterson. Peterson shoots and a save, rebound. Another stop there by Chiliano. Back-to-back stops. Another BC native as the Thunderbirds get the reset, a full 30, and they're just kind of going to eat up some time here, I think, Pat, for the most part.
There, Cody Jameson going to get a change. Knox going to come down now on the floor. Stay righty strong, though.
Here's Knox. Knox over to Clark Peterson, to Randy Stotts. Stotts has Jay on him. Gets away from him. Now comes over to Clark Peterson with a backhander, the righty on the wrong side of the floor. Doesn't matter. He'll get the backhander away. He'll get the loose ball. Passes it over. Curse with a sidearm shot, and Chiliano with a save. Keeps it 17-8. Garland dropping it here for Haley. Brock Haley. That goes up and over the Halifax goal, up and out of play. And a souvenir for a fan coming in from Cole Harbour tonight. And there's a lot of fans coming in from all over the Maritimes for this one.
They hail from Halifax, but this is the Maritimes team. This is Nova Scotia's team. They embraced them with open arms. You know, when they came here in 2019 from that boat trip from Six Nations, but it continues to grow and grow. Feels like each and every week this franchise just gets more momentum in this market.
Right back at it as well next Friday night against Ottawa. Another all-Canadian matchup. The last 3 here in the Nest have been all-Canadian matchups. Ottawa will visit for the first time here to Halifax. Here's a shot coming, getting a piece of that. Warren Hill. And the loose ball scooped up there by Romanchuk, former Trent Excalibur. Had a great university career there. Here's Knox. Knox just kind of waiting things out here a little bit as we've sort of hit the 2-minute warning, if you will. 2 to go in this one. Knox. Tarafenko. Nice move, Peterson. Tries to get it here to Hogarth. Hogarth so good at grabbing that ball when it's on the carpet. He's able to retrieve it with the best of them. But ran out of time there, and it's going to be rush ball up the other way. Messenger making his way in. Mike Messenger delivered a couple solid hits. A bounce shot. Hill with the save off Haley. Now it's Graham Hossick.
Well, Pete, you mentioned Hogarth. Yes, all the intangibles that he brings, the toughness, the loose balls, but you know, he's brought in to score some goals and be a point producer. Last year was definitely not a year to remember in Calgary, but according to the Lax Mag, no other player has jumped up their goal or points per game total. He's all the way up, plus 2.3 more points per game than last year. The next best is Joe Resetarits at plus 1.8. Remarkable, the turnaround season from Hogarth.
Just a great move by General Manager Kurt Stars and Micah Kersey to bring in Hogarth. And it's fitting quite nicely with the Stu Montour offense that he runs here. Penalty coming up here. Shot on goal, and once again a save by Warren Hill, starting to sound like a broken record here. And there's a shot by Haley, and he scores. Brock Haley. That's going to come a little late, but Haley grabs one and comes with just over half a minute left in this one.
Until the team still certainly all sorts of frustrated as Trillo lifts that shot from the outside. It's going to be a skip pass from Keenan, directing traffic on the back door. Once again, the lefties and the righties from Whitby connect. This time it's Haley jam it at home on the back door. This guy scored 74 goals in 16 regular season games, Pete, back in 2022 with the Minto Cup winning Warriors.
That's a lot of tallies for sure.
Unbelievable season. He's got such a bright future in this league. I know Saskatchewan's not going to be pleased with this outcome. Got to be pleased with the season they've had so far. The first real true blip on the radar for the Rush this season.
And that will do it, as the great Vic Rauter would say. Make the final 17-9 for the Halifax Thunderbirds over the Rush. So that is the way to kick off St. Patrick's Day celebrations here on the East Coast. Mike Robinson, what a night. Randy Stotts as well, among others. Warren Hill picking up the win. Jake Withers with a highlight reel goal. And one of the best traditions in the NLL, handshakes afterwards, Pat.
A lot of respect between these two teams. Are becoming a small market rivalry in Canada. So much pride between Saskatchewan and Halifax, but when things are all said and done, handshakes between these two teams. A much needed victory for Halifax to not get swept. We talk about the tiebreakers being so important. Halifax still got to do some work to get all the way up to the standings where Saskatchewan is, but nonetheless a very important victory for them. I already mentioned it, Pete. Saskatchewan definitely not the effort and definitely not the result they wanted. This is still a very good lacrosse club. This is a team that has championship aspirations. You see right there at 10-4, still trying to track down Buffalo near the top of the standings. But Halifax all of a sudden sitting pretty, 8-5 in third place. They want nothing more than to host a playoff game inside this building.
And this win will go a long way in perhaps making that happen. The final score tonight, 17-9, Halifax over Saskatchewan. This game has been produced by Jackson Farrell and directed by Richard Wells. This has been a National Lacrosse League production in association with Dome Productions. Coordinating producer for the NLL, Scott Zolotaro. Manager of broadcast, Mike Pettit. Senior Vice President of NLL Broadcast Operations is Ed Durst. And the executive producer of the NLL is Joel Feld. On behalf of Mackie Jenner and Pat Gregoire, I'm Pete Dolladay. Good night from the Maritimes.